Hey, what's going on YouTube? How is everybody? There is a massive nor'easter whipping through New England right now, and I just went for a hike in it. I wanted to test. I have some gear that I bought at the Bass Pro Shop, 100-mile-an-hour rain gear. It's the bib and the jacket, and I thought, I wasn't going to hike today at all. I had some coworkers and friends say, Dave, you're not going out there tomorrow, are you? This was yesterday. And I said, no way, And this morning I was just sitting there and I was watching YouTube, and I said, this is a perfect opportunity, weather like this, to test this suit, this Bass Pro Shop suit. And, driving rain, wind gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour at the coast is what they forecasted. I know here the wind is whipping, it's gusting hard. I was, trying to do some squatching, and the crazy sounds I'm hearing, it's scaring the hell out of me. But I just was kept moving, and there's nothing more frightening, bone-chilling, frightening sound is when a large tree breaks and falls 25 to 50 feet away from you. I mean, I'm talking the adrenaline that runs through you is amazing. I just probably hiked for 2.5 hours maybe, and it was 2.5 hours of unbridled adrenaline rush. It was scary and awesome and tiring, and the wind at times was driven where I could barely look into it. I had to turn my back, and at times I could lean into it. A bunch of times the wind would just die right down. It was nice and quiet, and then like a freight train, I can hear the wind coming up. I was up on a high spot in the park, and I could hear it coming up through the trees, and I knew it was coming, and you braced for it, and then it sounds like a freight train, and there was so much activity with limb breaks and trees. I stopped counting the trees. I watched the tree. I was looking at a group of trees all just bent, and the wind was whipping through over a wide meadow. And I'm watching, and I could hear the tree cracking, loud crack. And then I didn't know which one until I saw it snap, fall. It's taken down limbs on the way. And a few times I'm walking, and the wind died down, it's silent, and I'm hearing heavy breaks, heavy stick break. It sounded like construction. I mean, it sounded like somebody was building something. Just snap. I mean, I heard 7, 8 in a row, and there was no wind at all. And I don't know, whatever you think. I don't know, didn't even know what to think of it. I kind of kept moving. I didn't do a lot of stopping. There was a lot of stuff coming down near me and around me. It's so wet. The trails are soaked. But this suit, the Gore-Tex suit, I'm bone dry underneath there. I actually have waterproof boots I use for hiking in the crappy weather like this. My feet, I feel like they're starting to get wet. So awesome suit. This is the perfect weather to test out that suit and to do some squatching at the same time. The area I heard all of that construction going on was probably less than 100 yards off of a trail. I know right where I was. I actually was a little spooked out walking by that area, and on my way back, I heard the same thing. Less cracks, a few more cracks. That it did sound like somebody was kind of building something. So I'm hoping maybe I can discover a teepee structure out there in that area. On that note, on the teepee note, this weather would be perfect. I believe the Sasquatch would build a large teepee like that, not from the rain, from the wind, from falling debris. For them just to sit up against a tree and to shut their eyes for 20 minutes and be confident that a limb won't come down and crush them while they're leaned up against the tree. That's just a thought, guys. I had mentioned that before, that the teepee structures, some of it's artistic and maybe, and not for weather to keep them out of the rain, but to protect them from falling limbs. I really saw it today, that it would be a perfect place to ride out a storm in one of those big teepee structures I found. I would feel much safer sitting inside of that than out exposed like I was today hiking around. This video's too long, and thank you very much for clicking, and I'll see you on the next one.